Is it ethical to prioritize certain project stakeholders? Imagine you're managing a big project with many different people involved. Some have more influence, while others are more affected. Now, should you focus more on some stakeholders than others? That's a question many project managers face. In project management, stakeholders are anyone who can influence or be impacted by the project. Since resources like time and money are limited, managers need to decide where to put their attention. This process is called stakeholder prioritization. But is it right to give some stakeholders more focus? The answer depends on how you do it. If you prioritize stakeholders transparently, fairly, and based on clear reasons, it is generally seen as ethical. For example, if a stakeholder has high influence over the project's success or is heavily impacted, giving them more attention makes sense. This helps ensure the project moves forward smoothly and risks are managed early. However, fairness and inclusivity matter a lot. Even if some stakeholders are prioritized, all should be recognized and heard. Managers should include diverse voices, especially from groups that might be less powerful or marginalized. This helps prevent unfair exclusion and respects social equity. Transparency is also key. Explaining why certain stakeholders are prioritized builds trust. If everyone understands the reasons, like influence, impact, or urgency, they are more likely to accept the decisions. Clear communication reduces perceptions of bias or favoritism. Balancing conflicting interests is another important point. Sometimes stakeholders want different things that can't all be met. Ethical prioritization involves assessing these conflicts carefully. The goal is to find solutions that benefit the overall project and community, rather than favoring one group unfairly. It is also important to think beyond just the immediate stakeholders. Considering long-term societal and environmental impacts shows responsibility. Prioritizing stakeholders should not ignore broader consequences on communities or ecosystems. Finally, project managers must avoid conflicts of interest. Personal or organizational gains should not influence who gets prioritized. Decisions should be based on what is best for the project and its broader responsibilities. In practice, prioritizing stakeholders helps allocate limited resources wisely. It guides engagement efforts where they will have the most impact and helps identify risks early. Techniques like stakeholder mapping, which looks at influence, interest, and impact, are useful tools. For example, a project might focus more on stakeholders with high influence over the outcome or those most affected by the project. As the project progresses, stakeholder roles can change, so prioritization should be flexible. In the end, doing this ethically means being fair, transparent, inclusive, and responsible. When project managers follow these principles, they can manage stakeholder relationships effectively while maintaining trust and integrity.